Hello everybody, welcome to the 11th tour of my server. We're going to give a walk around and get into everything that has happened over the past week. Come through this tunnel right here. Might give it a second to let everything load up. And while I'm doing that, I'll talk a little bit about this tunnel. I originally put down the vines to give it a better look, and while I was playing through, I noticed I kept getting caught on the vines, which I thought was a bad thing. But after playing and running through this tunnel multiple times, I started trying to dodge the vines so then I could get down the tunnel as fast as I could. And it became like a mini game. Whenever I would encounter this tunnel, I would like super focus so then I could get through the tunnel without getting caught on the vines. So the original idea to make tunnels more detailed and asymmetrical was to make the journey from point A to point B more entertaining. And at first I thought the vines was a flaw. Now it kind of matches up. Now that I've played in the world for a week, it kind of matches up with that theme of keeping you actively engaged on the journey from point A to point B. So I'm going to keep the vines, and I will probably be adding vines to the future tunnels. Second thing, this grass doesn't grow for some reason. I'm on a paper server, so I'll probably come up here and take out this dirt and just replace it with grass blocks. This is the second time I've done this video. For some reason I forgot to change it over to the capture where it captures the video and the gameplay. So I did a whole video with just the camera and no gameplay. So I was talking about all this stuff and you couldn't see anything other than me. So this is the inside of the castle right now. The dip down right here. I'll show you what it looks like on the outside. I rambled on a lot about this in the last video, so I'll try to keep it a little bit more condensed in this one. But that's the inside of there. I mean, it really, you don't see the progress because it's a lot of the same color blocks, even though it's a lot of blocks. And I haven't spent as many hours on this world as previously because I did start a job. So the amount of time I'm able to progress things, you know, maybe in the first, second, and third, fourth, fifth tour, I would have already had the castle done. It might be a few tours down the road, but I like sometimes slowing down in the world because then it gives me more time to look at things that I'm overlooking to get a project done for a video. If I slow down, then I kind of just live in the world and I can fully realize what would be nice about like what I could do to build in the world. But this is the castle. Okay, so what I rambled on in the last video about, there's a jut outside of this, right below the archway. All that juts out one. When I extended the stone brick out, I extended it out two, but I didn't extend it out on the two bits of wall that only extended out one. And the reason I did that is so that I could have the next building level would be more flat. Um, so I'm taking out edges and corners from future building, and the way I did that was to put in this arch. I'd had to build up the rest of the stone brick up a lot, but it came out. It looks pretty good, and it was a lot. It's a lot of stone that has went into this. A lot of stone. I'll show you where I'm getting all that stone. But before I do that, I want to talk about this village. Okay, so I used to work for a delivery company, and quite frequently we would go to Tallahassee, Florida. And Tallahassee is a old city. The trees in Tallahassee are beautiful. They're huge, they're full, they're healthy, and they're so big that they curl over the road, making a lot of the roads canopy roads. And I love that look. I love that city. You have all the conveniences of modern day life and all the things that we're a big city is used to, but you also have the plant life. Everything's real thick. It's grown up. It looks really pretty. So you don't feel far from nature, even with the conveniences of modern day life. I really love the way that city looks, and I'm gonna go for something like that here. I'm gonna put in some custom trees, real healthy trees that curl over the paths and give it some shade, and really kind of define this area as a more old, been here for a while, but still clean and beautiful. So that's the theme I'm going for here. It'll be several probably tours down the line before that comes to reality, but that is the working, the thought process that's going to go into this area. Okay, so now we'll go and see where I'm getting all the stone from, and then we'll close out the tour. There's not as much there's not as much to show in these current tours as there used to be, but being in the world more, is giving me I'm taking on smaller projects, more like chip away at projects, and not like grand, huge projects. Obviously, the castle is a huge project, but it's something I can chip away at over a long period of time. And but like stuff like this, small little changes like that, I did in the last tour. I think update, maybe it was 10th or 9th. But I'm able to just add more little tiny things in here and there. Okay, 2 ways that I can go down into the new area. Go down the spider area, and you can see it right here. I kept the same theme in this area as the tunnels, and just clearing this out for the stone, but also while I'm getting the stone, I'm turning it into something that is more appealing. There's another staircase right here, and I'll show you that. Using a lot of blocks I had extra, like granite, cobble, andesite, tuff. I am running low on tuff, so I do need to go down into the deep slate level and grab some more tuff. But But everything you see here, everything at this level will eventually go down to this level, just so I can collect the stone, but all the while eventually turning this into just another area to walk around in or to spend time in the base or the world. I'm gonna do this same wood theme over here, but I won't carry the wood all the floor because I do want to be able to go underneath into the cave system behind it. And I'll pretty that up and put some columns in, kind of like the natural formed columns that are already here. We'll go down here. Okay, so this is where the water elevator and everything were placed in. We got the wood. I think it looks good. Just do more wood around this area. One of the fears I have of placing wood down here is that there's lava close by, so I want to be pretty vigilant in making sure to get rid of all the lava before I place the wood down, which I haven't had any problems yet, but still don't want one fire and it catches the whole build on or lights the whole build up. Another thing I talked about in the previous video was just how it looks like multiple generations have occupied the same area. So you have the older society with the wood and the bricks and all that stuff, and then you have a newer society that's come into the same area, putting in more advanced technology and more advanced bricks, which I think is cool. I think it's gonna make this very distinct build and more alive map. That is all I've gotten done this past week. Next tour, we're gonna knock out some more things and I'll show you the progress we've made. I'll probably be just doing more of the same on this tour, like probably clearing out that underground level and doing a little bit more work on the castle, but just keep getting ideas for different areas to work on. But I've been having a good time just kind of zombieing out and digging. That's it for this tour. Thanks for watching. Have a great one, and bye.